So, masters, so today we'll try to understand little more about the aged urine, right? So, what is aged urine? Basically, the urine which gets aged for the time period. So, if you collect the urine, basically, collect the urine and store it in a comfortable way, which I explained in the previous class. Store it for 4 days minimum, then goes to 1 week, 3 weeks, more than that also. You can store it for any amount of time. That's not a problem. If you do that, then it gets aged automatically. Even when you know um, when you hold or capture the urine, right? When you collect the urine at that time, if it is, for example, if it is acidic, within 4 days, slowly its state goes to change. The state go on change from acidic to alkaline. That's how it works. So after a few days, for example, first day, when you've seen, because the way we eat, it's uncontrolled manner, like what we eat, how we eat, when we eat, all that. So it doesn't ensure the alkalinity within the urine. So then obviously it goes to acidity, right? So when we eat any kind of food, different kind of food, definitely it causes the acidity. That means the urine definitely is determined as acidic in nature. The moment you pass the urine and then you capture it, you definitely find that there is a pH value more or less about 5, 4, 6, something like that. But same urine, if you keep it for 4 days and then again measure the pH value, you find somewhere about like it goes to 8, 9 or whatever. Then it turns into alkaline in nature. That's how it works. If you keep it for more, like 1 week, 3 weeks, up to 3 weeks, then it becomes perfectly all right. So pH value straight away it goes to 9. That's how it works. Okay. So this aged urine, this is called aged urine, what I explained the concept. So this particular aged urine, once you take in, right, you get into your body. I explained the last in the previous class also. Anybody who is like unhealthy, health crisis, whatever it may be, immediately it will be uplifted. That's how it works. Okay, so you'll become healthier and whatnot, everything. Why? Because this is the one, like aged urine is the best medicine, powerful medicine, you can say. It is a powerful medicine. Once it gets into your body, straight away it gets mixed with the blood and then goes into the blood, right? Probably it goes up to small intestine, isn't it? From small intestine, straight away it is get absorbed into the bloodstream. That's how once it gets absorbed into the so-called your bloodstream, what all it does is so many great things it does, right? So in our body, especially, all these problems, whatever the problems comes, the problems are coming to the physical body because of some of the factors. Basically, toxins are more in the body, which are not flushed out properly, isn't it? So undigested particles, food particles are there, right? Toxins and undigested food particles, and a lot of mucus filed in the physical body, mucus. So many people, they go on pile the mucus. The mucus is generated because of we eat more or less, more cooked food. So if anybody is eating like vegetables and fruits more in the quantity, which is non-cooked food and raw food, then their amount of generation of mucus will also be come down. Okay, but most of the people eat more cooked food than natural food. So that's how the mucus gets piled up in the so-called mucus get generated automatically. It's spread into the various parts of the body, especially when it comes to the lungs. The lungs get clogged. and then the respiratory tube, so that also get clogged. The plum gets everywhere. So that's mucus itself is nothing but a plum. The plum gets stored everywhere. It gets spread into the sinus points, right? And then the nose block. Then obviously to throw this out, the body creates so-called the cold symptoms. You get a sneezing, cold, cough, all these things comes because body knows what to do. If your amount of plum get increased in your body, then it has to be thrown out. Otherwise, the respiration gets into trouble. See, the free respiration, the respiration has to go deep inside, go till the navel, and then it has to come out. Understand? So that's called belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. So that breathing has to be taken place in order we have to be healthy. In means we have to be healthy means we must be doing that kind of breathing. But how many people are doing? All the children they does it. You see, the children when they are sleeping, you observe them, right? Their stomach will go the purely out, absolutely out, bulge, then slowly in. Whenever they take breathe in, the stomach will bulge completely. Understand? So then slowly they breathe out. That also goes in completely. It goes in. So this bulging, contraction, whatever the contraction, this taking place, the stomach taking place, no, that is absolutely right. That's how the breathing has to be taken place in every person to be healthy. But most of the times, our breath is so surface. It comes up to the basically up to the lungs, like chest level. So we do the chest level breathing. It's like a surface breathing. It comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out. That's how what we do. We consume more breaths. Number one, we are also not able to supply the enough amount of the so-called pranavayu. So basically the oxygen to each and every blood cell, right? Each and every cell in the body. That becomes a problem. So that's how we get into sickness. Many people get sickness and diseases because of this reason, right? So that is why by seeing small kid we can learn this. It's called belly breathing, right? So friends, so these kind of things, if when somebody is doing like this because of the less amount of mucus, when the mucus is not there, then what happens? Your breathing will be much faster and smoother. There won't be any restriction or obstacle which is standing in the so-called that windpipe. It should not be there, but it is there nowadays for many people. Okay, they don't know how to even. Let me tell you, because we are not taught, right, all these methods. Basically, you want to clean up all the nozzle system, right? We do basically neti. We do this mutra neti. That means this urine neti also we do. Generally with the water native we do, but with the urine also we drink through this nostril holes. So both through nostrils, if I drink, right, it goes into the complete, all the sinuses gets clean, and the windpipe, and then probably in the brain, any kind of a this plum something is secured there. That also get out. That also get flushed out. Then everything will be going through your nose. It goes out completely. That's how whoever is doing this every day morning, what happens? All your mucus piled up, mucoid or mucus piled up, that completely it gets empty. Day to day, it get empty. Your breathing system will be much, much better. And how smooth it will be, and also how deeper it is. So more the breath more deeper, the more better our health is. That's what we need to understand, my dear friends. Okay, now coming to the point. So I would like to explain you. There are seven different ways to get the aged urine into your physical body. What are those ways? Basically, orally you can take. Second thing is rectally you can take. Rectally, I'll give you little explanation about all these things. So orally you can take, rectally you can take, nasally you can take, topically you can take, sublingual you can take, eyes you can take, through ears you can take. See, these are the 7 ways through which the aged urine can get into our physical body. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. What are these ways? How do you get this thing into our physical body? So, as you know, the aged urine is so powerful, isn't it? Is so powerful, which can be directly, you can drink the aged urine. That is called oral, drinking orally. First method. So drinking orally is all about, the aged urine in a matter of whatever, 1 to 3, if you store it for 1 to 3 days or 4 days, that becomes a aged urine. So you drink that about 400 ml per day. 400 ml per day, that is more than enough. 400 500 ml per day if you drink, so that is going to be much better. And what this does is basically, and when you can drink, especially every day, between 1 to 3 hours, okay, after meal. For example, you have taken a meal at particular time, give 1 to 3 hours gap, then you drink it. Okay, so anytime drinking is fine. It's not a problem. Okay. And of course, once you give 1 hour gap, your digestion is completed, then you drink this aged urine. Then it goes to anyway, the aged urine doesn't go for digestion. That means it doesn't need any digestion. Directly, it just go into the stomach and then gets into small intestine. From the small intestine, it gets absorbed into the bloodstream. And some of the urine may also go through the colon or a large intestine. It gets leaked into the so-called large intestine also. There is a possibility that also happens sometimes. Okay, so this how what happens is, so this aged urine, so if it is get entered into the bloodstream, so what will happen? Obviously, when the aged urine gets into the bloodstream, it will supply lot amount of oxygen, the great amount of oxygen it supplies, isn't it? So it also will have, it also have lot of negative ions, highest amount of negative ions, highest amount of oxygen. It is more of alkaline in nature, isn't it? So then your red blood cells, okay, red blood cells, what happens is it gets lot of oxygen, and in every cell, there's every cell, because of the high negative ion count, the oxygen absorption into every cell will be much better. Then what happened? The whatever this oxygen and the glucose exists in the blood, both gets into the every cell of the body very fast. That's how, this age during when you are drinking itself is of course difficult. I'm telling you. So little, like the once the urine gets aged, so it becomes little difficult to drink in the beginning, but slowly sip by sip when you are drinking, your first of all breathing itself will become completely low and slow. It becomes very slow, the breathing itself. That you will observe when you are drinking, you can definitely observe that. So but what happens here is, when this aged urine gets into the blood, so it is going to be, first of all, as I told you, when it gets into the physical body, the complete or whatever the mucus will be eliminated, first thing. And then when it gets into the small intestine, it is going to supply a lot of negative ions, and then your blood of the oxygen and this glucose togetherly, it forms so-called energy. The energy absorption into the each and every cell of the body also much higher. Then you feel like instantly energized by drinking aged urine. Especially, you just try this out. Okay, and also what happens is, it gets into small intestine, as I told you, and some portion gets entered into the colon or large intestine, right? Whenever it enters into the colon or a large intestine, so that's where what happens is, the best thing what happens is, here inside, the colon also gets cleaned somehow. The colon also gets cleaned. Not only that, the moment, see, generally everybody who is here who are orally taking, you definitely have that kind of experience, isn't it? what happens? So the moment you take normal urine also, after few minutes or whatever, right? Your you looks like your motion gets speed up. That means your stool passage will be much easier. This everybody observe it, right? You can everybody can observe whoever is consuming the urine, especially every day. We observe it very carefully. If you carefully observe, you will definitely notice the way the stools pass out, the way it make the ball movement, all the bowels movement very faster, so that your colon is getting cleansed properly. Absolutely, the cleansing is going to be greater, right? That is very important, friends. So it is highly important in order to have the best health. Remember this, because every day, whatever the especially the stools, the wastage, whatever the waste is produced. So like after digestion and any kind of a the waste toxins, all these things get into the large intestine. No, this has to go out time to time. Suppose if you are eating three times, it has to go three times out of the body. That's how whoever is consuming this urine, that stool's passage will be absolutely fine, and you never face constipation, acidity, gastric, nothing will be there. So that is the great advantage of this aged urine. When you are taking orally also, it does so much help, my dear friends. Understand? So that is why orally drinking this particular thing, yes, of course, everybody is doing, and aged urine, especially drinking orally, is much beneficial. And also, they say that you live a mucus free life and abundant energy and blissful state. So such is the power of this aged urine, my dear friends. Okay. Now, second way how we take is rectally. What is rectally taking? So rectally taking means this aged urine especially, right? So when you take like enema water. You know enema water, how do you do the enema? Enema will be done through rectum by inserting that nozzle, whatever enema pipe, like that nozzle is there. So you insert it smoothly, then you supply normal water. But instead of that, take the aged urine, pour into that enema kit, and then take a small syringe kind of thing that is also coming nowadays. So if you just insert it, in the way, if you insert it, then if you start supplying this, right, then what happens? It will go inside through rectum. It will enter, and once it enters, you know what happens? That colon, the area of colon, right? So that gets cleaned completely. Understand? So the area of colon, that large intestine and colon is there, na? So that's where it enters. Through rectum, it enters, especially. So when it enters there, obviously that the entire portion gets cleaned very fast. All the wastage will go very faster. In fact, you feel like motion. You get when you get motions, right? So how fast it will go? The completely wateries and everything. It becomes like water and then it goes out. Same thing happens in the animal also. Understand? And also, when this urine gets from the rectum into the large intestine, let me tell you, from the liver, in every place, almost in the body, liver gets connection, liver gets some nerves from every part of the body. Because liver is the one which detoxify the entire body. Understand? Whatever we eat through mouth, countless and mindless will be eating, isn't it? It's called mindless breathing. Sorry, mindless eating, not mindful eating. So mindless eating we do, right? So that time it gets into our stomach. Just in the stomach, the best detoxifier is the our own liver. It finds out so which is good, which is bad, right? So that's how it breaks down, right? So when it does like that, even the liver has got some nerves connected to the so-called colon. When this aged urine enter through rectum and then touches the colon or a large intestine, that's where the connection between liver and this portion. So through that nerves, Like whenever we drink this so-called aged urine, that also gets supplied to the, it goes till you still till the liver, because there are connection between the large intestine to the liver. So through that connection, this aged urine also enters into the liver also, liver area also it will enter. That's how it is going to cause some kind of a cleaning, cleaning also even for the liver. Understand? Even for the liver also, it provides some kind of a cleansing process. That's how it works, friends. Okay. So that is why this is very, very important. And this enema, especially enema when you take, right, so through rectum, if you are taking, it's a rectally application if you do it. So when you do that, you many people feel that, I am every day going for a stools passage. I i i don't think I have much wastage deposited over there at the bowls. So everything is cleaned. I'm going, one or two times for more the stools passage. I don't think any problem. No, it's not like that. Once you start doing this, let me tell you, the bundle and bundle will come out. You know this? Why? Because since childhood, right from 3 years, 4 years, we have been eating mindlessly, and whatever we get into hand, we keep eating. When you keep doing this kind of eating, your eating process is so unscientific and non-holistic in nature. Yes, of course, right? It created a lot of poisonous things gets deposited in the colon area. Understand? Bad bacteria, right? So all the bad kind of all the bad, the so-called toxins and all the heavy metals, everything comes and dumped into the, it's a dumping yard actually. So it's a dumping yard. Dumping yard in the cities and all. Whatever wastage comes, where we dump, we go and dump in the dumping yard only. The municipalities also will, municipalities, they collect it here and they go and dump in the dump yard. Similarly, in our physical body, which is the dump yard? That is colon. Okay, everything wastage goes there and dump over there. But after the dumping, are you cleaning it properly? That's the question. No, it's not. It's not happening. Normally, we think, we go toilet and pass the two stools and I'm okay. It's happening. No, not like that. You just drink this used urine through rectally. Of course, orally also we are experiencing the proper motion. Like, over is here. I think Deepthi madam have tried already, and others also might have tried or maybe trying. But I'm telling you, you will experience amazing. You will be taking amazing experience drinking orally itself. But now, when you take rectally the same aged urine through enema process, through enema kit, if you use it, then you can imagine how much beneficial it will be, how powerful it will be, right? So definitely it's going to cause the complete cleansing, basically complete cleansing. And what they say is also here. So what you can do is this, especially 60 ml syringe also you can use. They say that. And age urine, of course, 1 to 3 weeks. 1 to 3 weeks of age urine, take it and take a syringe of about 60 ml, 60 ml 3 times a day. They say that every time you eat, do it. Every time you eat, you do it. Suppose in case morning you have eaten, let's say after 2 hours after the digestion done, then you do it one time, and second time, third time, like that per day 3 times, 180 ml of urine, aged urine you can use. Otherwise, one time means use 60 ml and take one syringe. So through syringe you can apply slowly into the rectum and then start the process. So that's how, if you are doing it, friends, definitely the wonderful results are going to come. And so this is especially why we are doing, basically 3 times a day you can do. Why we are doing is because our colon is corrupted. It's a lot of wastage. The, like, a lot of things are dumped there which has to be cleaned completely, right? And when you do this process, when you do this especially through rectum process, no, they also advise, they also advise in a such a way that you can try to make your especially the stomach portion, right? Your stomach portion, you have done enema, for example, you have sent already urine. If you just invert it means like probably your legs must be at higher side, and then like this. If you sleep like this, your heads, if you are suppose keeping your legs top like this, then the urine will get flow into the downside also. So whatever you have taken through rectum, it goes from the large intestine, small intestine, and then goes into the stomach also, even liver. It touches up to that. If you sleep like this, when you do rectum application, if you do, and then sleep like this, then it goes inside. If it goes inside all these places, it does a lot of cleaning basically. It does a lot of cleaning. So that is going to be beneficial without any doubt. Okay. So that's why. So the aged urine, so you try to use in this manner. Okay. Especially when you are using this for this so-called enema. So it is going to give much benefit. And of course, the because of enema, once you do enema, what happens next? So all the toxins are gone out and you become much healthier and you become so active, so dynamic, isn't it? Otherwise, constipation and it's not the stools are not passing out. It creates a lot of lot of other troubles, physical trouble and mental trouble also. In fact, physical trouble, acidity, gastric, and indigestion. So a lot of other problems, and the same toxins, right? The same toxins gets entered into the bloodstream, and then it damages a lot of other parts also. All this happens, but in this fashion, because of the aged urine, right? All the toxins will be removed instantly, and you get a lot of relief. Constipation will never happen, isn't it? So you feel so energetic and dynamic, and you can take up a lot of work, and you can live happily and healthy, isn't it? So that's how this aged urine has to be used for the through rectum application also. Try to use that. Okay. And yes, so this method is anyway like enema method. That's all simple. Enema method, how to use the enema method, right? Same way use it. Same way you continue. Okay. So however you do enema, just in the place of water, the normal water, use this aged urine in the enema pot, whatever you have. So same process you continue and then do it. Then get wonderful health, and then you become so alkalinic inside, like you become alkalinic and you become healthy and happy. That's all. And blissful state. We experience a bliss inside our body and mind. Okay. So this is how we need to do, friends. So of course the other types like taking nasally, taking topically. Topically means you all know like massaging the entire body for various even the health unhealthy conditions. For example, psoriasis, any skin problem, right? White patches, for everything you can take topical application also. That means you will consume the same aged resin through topically, nasally, topically, sublingually. All these other four methods I will try to explain in the next class. Okay. So we'll take one more class on this. Anyway, we have to continue. So we can't complete all the because every method will take again 5 to 10 minutes again. Okay. So that's how we will take up in the next class and then complete the other four steps. Totally, we have how many ways we have totally? There are 7 ways. 7 ways we have completed now. The 2 ways. The other 5 ways, of course, the other 5 ways are not bigger concepts, but we'll try to cover in the next class and then complete that. Okay. Thank you. Dhanyavad.